Good evening. I'm Ian Merker, Vice President of Communications and Public Affairs for AIA California. We'd like to welcome you to the AIA California 2020 Awards celebration. This has been a crazy year with COVID, social unrest, political upheaval, natural disasters, but we continue to express the value of design with our work. This year we're coming to you from the new AIA California headquarters. We hope to welcome you in person very soon. Before we get going, we want to thank our sponsors for supporting the value of design. And first up, the Design Awards. Here to tell you more is Takashi Yanai, FAIA.
Thanks, Ian. This is Takashi Yanai, FAIA, partner at EYRC Architects out of Los Angeles and San Francisco. I'm also the incoming chair of the AIA Committee on Design, and I'm quite fortunate to serve on juries across the AIA components to see the great work our peers are producing. This year, I am part of the jury for the AIA California Design Awards, joined by my fellow jurors, Ann Schoaf, FAIA, Mark L'Italian, FAIA, Heather Holdridge, Associate AIA, and Frank Clementi, FAIA. We found the level of work for the 2020 awards to be extremely high. In particular, we are thrilled to see the range of sustainable strategies incorporated across this year's projects. The jury also discussed at length the consideration of who the buildings and spaces were designed for and who they impact, and how holistic we felt the design processes were. Overall, we felt that this collection of entries was quite remarkable and are pleased to present the award winners.
Skigard Hite, Mork Olness Architects. A skillful execution of biophilic design led to a unanimous vote for an honor award. The modesty of scale, the fact that it is not ostentatious, and how the architects also took the client's point of view to heart is commendable. This project is stunning in both physical and cultural ways. It has a delightful exterior and interior expression with framed views of an amazing landscape. It's a profound architectural statement of humility.
The UCLA Margot Levin Graduate Art Studios by Johnson Markley. A remarkable reuse and expansion, this project is compelling on many fronts. Its basic strategy is clever in riffing on the industrial language while creating an entirely new edifice within the urban fabric. This was designed with a light hand and was respectful of the artists. The use of wood adds a warmth not seen in many art projects. The jury enjoyed the historic bowstring trusses of the original warehouse and the seamless reinterpretation of the structure into a clear roof. The beautiful diagrams of the presentation are also evident in the final building. The building also achieved high marks on sustainability, which further enhanced the elegance of the design concept.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Erickson, a senior designer at Johnston Markley Architects and an alumni of UCLA. We would like to thank the AIA California for the honor award for the UCLA Margot Levin Graduate Art Studios. The UCLA Margot Levin Graduate Art Studios is a 48,000 square foot project that consists of a 21,000 square foot renovation and a 17,000 square foot L-shaped tilt-up addition. The building reflects the important legacy of the UCLA Department of Art and brings it into the future by capitalizing on individual art studios, spaces for production, and bringing a new life to exterior covered workspaces for the students.
The Billie Jean King Main Library by Skidmore, Owings, and Merrill. The jury applauded the reuse of the garage and use of mass timber for this public library. It is a clean, simple diagram with wonderful light-filled spaces. There's an elegant rigor that renders the architecture a sense of timelessness. The jury also recognized good energy performance. This is a very skillfully resolved project.
On behalf of the entire SOM team,
we would like to thank AIA California Council for this meaningful recognition.
To all members of our project team,
thank you for helping us make this project a reality.
And to the City of Long Beach,
a very special thank you for your partnership
and your trust and your vision
to make Long Beach a better place.
Go Beach!
Go Beach!
Blackbirds by Bester Architecture. This is a beautifully scaled project that was created on a limited budget. It is a clever use of typology to create density while maintaining familiar forms and appropriate neighborhood scale. The jury enjoyed the use of simple materials and language. Rainwater collection and reuse was also well utilized.
Thank you so much to the jury for recognizing Blackbirds with this award. This project was a lot of work for everybody involved and was led by visionary developers, Casey Lynch and Mike Brown of Local Construct. Also, my own team's project architect, Stacy Thomas, worked incredibly hard for several years. And we had a great contractor in Pacific Empire. The project was our first foray into housing in Los Angeles, and we really wanted to reimagine the possibilities of the small lot housing ordinance for density in our city. And although we had a lot of opposition when we started the project, I'm really happy that in the end it's become a very popular part of the neighborhood and hopefully is a demonstration project that shows that density can be both beautiful and help build even better communities. Thank you.
The Lick Wilmerding High School Historic Renovation and Expansion by EHDD. The jury praised the net positive energy with building reuse. There really is so much accomplished here. It's smart how the classrooms are integrated rather than sequestered. The design allows itself to be open, but still maintains territory without offense. The result was the creation of a compelling learning space that elevates the spirit. MLK 1101 Supportive Housing by Lorcan O'Herlihy Architects. This is an exemplary affordable housing project, complete with community garden and green roof. The voids here are as interesting as the solids. The jury admired the deft handling of the budget constraints while reaching LEED Gold in creating an inspiring community place.
What a great pleasure and honor to win this award for MLK 1101. This is an essential typology that is crucial to the city of Los Angeles. We have over 60,000 homeless, and we need to create homes for all of them to give them hope for the future. Again, many, many thanks for this award.
St. Mary's Student Chapel by Mark Cavagnero and Associates. The jury found the design clean and classically modern, yet warm. The spaces handle natural light well and deftly handles tough adjacencies in order to create a quiet, contemplative space. It seems to transform and emit light and was very skillfully done. Natural ventilation, radiant flooring, and great daylight are impressive and part of this great biophilic design. The building feels welcoming to students, which is an important reflection on the openness of faith. Who wouldn't be envious to have this beautiful gem of a chapel with wonderful indoor-outdoor spaces?
Hi, I'm Mark Cavagnero, and I'm pleased today to be part of the team that accepts the Merit Award for the St. Mary's Chapel. It was a wonderful project with a great client who gave us a simple program to make a space that would be inspirational for both contemplation and individual reflection, as well as serve well for student masses. We really focused a lot on the quality of light, to keep it balanced, even, and inspirational, and at the same time let it vary during the day and vary during the seasons.
Hi, I'm Ellen Lewin-Berger, and I think one of the things that inspired me most about working on this project is the continuity between the interior and the exterior. We see this in the continuation of the floor from the interior of the chapel to the gardens beyond. And we also see that in the light, the way the light dances through the chapel from windows on all sides of the building throughout the day.
Hi, I'm John Fung with Mark Cavagnero Associates, and on behalf of our office, and for the school and the greater St. Mary's community, thank you for this award and this recognition. It's a special project. It's really been a pleasure to be involved with the school community and all the folks who tirelessly worked on this project with us. Thank you again, and hope you get to come see and experience the space yourself.
Student Services Building by Co-Architects. This building achieved LEED Platinum with strong energy performance. The jury appreciated the boldness of the design and the handling of daylight. They also liked the courtyard and landscape design, and the way the architects cleverly leveraged the roof to relate to surrounding hills. They did an excellent job of fitting into the environment and creating moments when you're walking around the project. The openness works very well here. The UCLA Austin Basketball Center by Kevin Daly Architects. The jury recognized the novel, subtle, and simple design for a difficult gymnasium typology. The architects have manipulated the formula just enough to keep it interesting, an elegant solution to what could have been a dull box of a building. The project is LEED Platinum and is a smart design that brings in great uniform northern light.
Hey, California AIA. This is Kevin Daly from Kevin Daly Architects. You guys can introduce yourselves too.
Hi, this is Gretchen Stecker from Kevin Daly Architects.
And I'm Philip Gleason with Kevin Daly Architects.
Really wanted to thank you for the award and for the acknowledgement for the UCLA Austin Basketball Practice Center, and also acknowledge the tremendous support we had for the project from UCLA, from Capital Programs and Athletics. Definitely couldn't have done it without their sort of vision and dedication to the project.
And I would like to also acknowledge some of our partners in the project. One was Integral, and they did all of the mechanical, electrical, and plumbing engineering, really kind of pushed the envelope on sort of sustainable practices for the project. And also PCL, who's the general contractor, who is really, integral to the whole process of getting the project built, and was a true partner in the project.
Okay. We couldn't have completed this project without a full collaborative team effort. We'd also like to thank our structural engineer, Thornton Tomasetti, who's responsible for a lot of the great features that you see throughout the building.
Okay, thank you, folks. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moscone Center by Skidmore, Owings, and Merrill. The jury was impressed by the degree the architects have transformed Moscone Center, considering the difficult building the architects inherited. The original convention center has been turned completely inside out. There's a beautiful materiality and clean aesthetic, articulated in alternating textured panels and transparency. The jury appreciated the bold steps towards sustainability and also how this reimagining has re-engaged the public life of this area of San Francisco.
R3 Ranch House by AGPS Architecture. The jury thought that this was a smart, elegant project through and through. The design has an easy simplicity and modesty, but at the same time exhibits a deliberateness and rigor. It's an exemplary off-grid house, and the architects did a good job considering metrics outside of energy as well. Deep thinking went into this, and this house sets a standard for residential projects to reach a high level of holistic design.
Cloud Forest, Pavilion for Children's Play by United Lab Associates, LLC, and Sang Dae Lee. This project is plain fun and silliness. A beautiful environmental design without architectural references. Spirited and poetic, it makes such great use out of something that may have just been demolished. Reuse is a wonderful thing. It is clever, inventive, and playful. I think they can hear you, like. The Line by Regroup. The jury enjoyed this project as a work of art in the landscape. It has strong social, sustainability, and material use stories. A juror commented, "It's sort of akin to stone soup. It still gets more out of a throwaway stone than most get out of diamonds."
Thank you, Takashi. We had a great time this summer working with the Design Awards jury, deliberating on these important entries. We had a lot of fun and saw some great insightful comments coming from this jury. Even though we were working remotely, we made it happen and had great results. Next up, we have Jennifer Devlin, FAIA, to share the residential awards. Jennifer.
Thank you, Ian. Hello, everyone. My name is Jennifer Devlin Herbert, FAIA. I'm a principal with EHDD Architecture in San Francisco. This year, I served as a sustainability technical reviewer for the Design Awards program, and I serve as the liaison between the Code Committee and the Design Awards Committee of the AIA California. As Ian announced, I have the pleasure of introducing you to the AIA California 2020 Design Awards. The talented and accomplished jury this year included Kai Yue Bergman, FAIA, Deborah Burke, FAIA, Renee Chow, FAIA, Lance Hosey, FAIA, and Rebecca Rudolph, AIA. They were a verbose and introspective jury that unanimously appreciated that exceptional, aesthetically pleasing design sustainability, and resiliency are not mutually exclusive. This led the way to an interesting conversation. First up, the honor awards. "222 Taylor" by David Baker Architects. The jury unanimously agreed this project, well blended into the neighborhood, carefully considered design for both site and its residents, with a nice attention to context and amenities that are both engaging for the residents and the broader neighborhood. The ground level spaces are not only inviting to the residents themselves, but will create community beyond. The jury noted not only a strong connection between interior and exterior spaces, but the use of beautiful and durable building materials with a careful attention to human scale. The project received high sustainability scores, notably for social equity goals. Jurors commented that, quote, "This team knows what they're doing. The project is well-rounded in terms of sustainability. While technical goals were met, social equity goals, especially important for this building type, were a high priority. Attention to healthy food as a part of the design was great to see. The units are graceful and welcoming despite low construction costs."
I'm David Baker, principal at David Baker Architects, and I want to thank the AIA California for giving 222 Taylor an honor award in the 2020 Residential Award Program. I particularly want to thank Tenderloin Neighborhood Development Corporation, long-term clients, fantastic collaborators, and their leader, Donald Falk, for the wonderful time we had on this very long endeavor. It took us about 10 years to do this project, and we finally got there. We've crossed the finish line. Thank you, AIA California and the awards jury.
Dawnbridge by Field Architecture. This building moves quietly with the land. There's a beautiful relationship to landscape with serene, simple forms. The use of natural materials, elegantly detailed, and roofline modulations enhance a human connection. There's a graceful, reserved palette. The jury noted an appreciation that the design process began with a question about ecological integration and enhancement. This led to an integrated study of a performance-based envelope that created a deeply comfortable environment.
Dawnridge started with the idea of taking a suburban pocket in the middle of Silicon Valley and turning it into a wild place. We asked ourselves, what if we could build a home around the blue oak? Could we restore enough habitat that wildlife would actually come back? We started with a simple gable ranch. We split it in half to make space for the tree. The living spaces on one side face the stream, and the sleeping spaces make their way up into the canopy. Moving through the house, you experience individual moments of the landscape. Each moment comes together with the next to put together a sense of how incredible this place really is. Thank you to the AIA California for this great honor, and to the adventurous homeowners who are the inspiration behind the design. And of course, thank you to our amazing team who worked with us to bring this house to life.
Walk Street House, Rasa Studio. The jury had this to say: "This house, making the most of a small site, creates a scale appropriate to its context. Natural materials create a warmth that will add to the neighborhood. A lovely palette of materials with thoughtfully considered interior and exterior spaces bring daylight throughout with rich transparency. The house with excellent performance appears to be a sensitive, climate-responsive design using its modest size and low-carbon materials as key sustainability strategies. The simplicity of the materials and the restraint in the envelope and overall design, coupled with the use of thermal mass, open cross ventilation, and radiant heating, are convincing.
Hi there. We're so very excited and thrilled and honored to receive this award. We'd like to thank the AIA California, the jurors.
We'd also like to thank our incredible clients, our wonderful consultants, and our great construction team.
Yeah, and congrats to our fellow recipients. We're amongst great company and their work is always inspiring. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Next up, the Merit Awards. Edwin M. Lee Apartments, Letty Madam Stacy Architects. This affordable housing project manages to be playful and sophisticated at the same time. It's a design with great clarity and high sustainability achievements. Notably, the outdoor and indoor spaces are given equal design attention. The jury noted, quote, "This is a program for equitable communities where formerly homeless veterans and low-income families get a beautiful place to live. What could be more commendable than that?" End quote. It's an exemplar project. This urban Greenpoint rated platinum project thoroughly addresses aspects of sustainable and equitable development. (901) Fairfax, Paulette Taggart Architects, David Baker Architects, a joint venture. At a cost of under $400 a square foot, this affordable multifamily housing project is impressive. The massing and site strategies are compelling, especially given affordability goals. This is a very engaging solution for an affordable housing project with an appropriate scale and beautiful palette. This is a good example of high-density, affordable housing, well detailed with nice connections to exterior spaces at the ground level. This project does an excellent job in many areas of sustainable development, including creating an equitable community.
And we went and did a truly collaborative design and worked as a completely integrated team. On the team was also Andrea Cochran of ACLA, who are just fantastic landscape architects who brought this incredibly sophisticated landscape design.
Hunters has been an unusual project because we're able to work with most of the residents all the way through the project, all through the design process. We've heard testimonials from a number of them regarding the positive impact that these projects in this new neighborhood has really had on the transformation of the neighborhood into a better, a safer, a stronger community. During COVID, I think we're all aware of the importance of a stable place to live and having access to community space and open space. Finally, we'd like to dedicate this award to the memory of John Stewart of the John Stewart Company, our client. John recently passed away. So thank you to the jury and the AIACC.
The Continental, Jonathan Siegel, FAIA. A contemporary brutalist building. Of course, an interesting and restrained use of concrete, but also a unique residential space. This project tackles some very interesting and hard problems, including reduced parking, design for flexibility and future needs. This project on a small, compact site is creative in its use of compact efficiency units that are affordable by design. Daylighting is one of its strongest approaches and is an interesting way to turn the corner. Also, the concept of housing for the carless is inspiring and a creative way to further reduce the occupant's carbon footprint. Garden House, Gruen Associates. The jury agreed this was a beautiful, clever design. As an imaginative urban infill project with nice variability between units and shifts in scale. It takes into consideration the neighborhood context. It's so different and weird in a good way from what we would normally see in this high-end residential neighborhood. We applaud this project for that boldness.
I'm Andrew Hall with Executive Architect, Gruen Associates. I'm honored to accept this award for Palisades, Mad Architects for Design, Rotate for Interiors, Gruen for Landscape Architecture, DHC Builders, and the AE team. Our collective efforts led to a sustainable mixed-use private development in Beverly Hills. Garden House explores humanity's connection to nature within an urban context and redefines the concept of home. The Glass Mountain Village and largest U.S. living wall cover the facade above a retail podium, forming a distinctive landmark on Wilshire. Residences feature imaginative modern interiors and seamless transitions to the outdoors, arranged around a shared central courtyard, each with a separate entry into their respective homes.
Hi, Dean Howell here, landscape architect with Gruen Associates. And I'm really part of a larger team of landscape designers and architects and landscape architects. It was a great collaboration between the architects and landscape architects. I know we have that collaboration with all projects, but this was very unique in the sense that from the very beginning, the essence of the idea, where architecture and nature would come together and really create an amazing experience for people that live here and the people that use it, people that are just passing by. Just from the interior courtyard, secret garden area to the face of the building, the public face, the living wall that really creates this ever-changing canvas of beautiful plantings and succulents that really tell people that this is a unique place. So we're very proud to be part of it, and thank you very much.
High Desert Retreat, Adlin Darling Design. This retreat is comprised of stunning forms, spaces, landscapes, and views. This project is beautifully sited, nestled into the landscape, located to preserve all existing pinyon trees. Low maintenance materials, beautifully detailed, are appropriate to the climate and the need to address fire resistance. This project had an impressive 80% reduction in energy use, with capabilities to survive off-grid with battery storage and 10,000 gallons of on-site water storage. Inno House, X10 Architecture. A simple and elegant minimal house, nicely detailed with a very restrained approach that fits its exterior context in a simple, elegant way. There were many beneficial sustainability strategies that are integrated into this design, including rooftop solar panels and exterior window shading devices. This house incorporates a thermal chimney. The project EUI beats the benchmark by 79% with a performance model used to influence the design. It was designed with a careful consideration of the owner's detailed use of the house, influencing energy use and conservation.
Thank you, AIA, for this great honor.
We love living in this house. Thank you, AIA, for this great recognition.
Thank you so much.
Skyfall, Turnbull, Griffin, Haslip. It's refreshing to see something small with a slightly different approach to massing and cladding. This is quite simply a beautifully detailed, modestly sized home, well integrated into its site. There are basic environmental attributes that are built into the standards of Sea Ranch. This project exceeds those expectations. simply. It does so while naturally achieving outstanding sustainability metrics. Thank you, everyone. Ian, back to you.
Thank you, Jennifer. This year's residential awards had a special connection with the technical committee. The technical committee reviews sustainability metrics that are submitted through AIA National's Framework for Design Excellence Common App. The commitment to climate action, both from the submitters and the jury, was impressive. To talk more about leading edge awards and the necessary commitment to climate action is Henry Siegel, FAIA. Henry.
Hi, everyone, and thanks, Ian. As Ian mentioned, I'm Henry Siegel of Siegel & Strain Architects in Emeryville, and I'm here to talk about the Leading Edge Award. The Leading Edge Award was first implemented in 2018 and was created to honor projects that recognize that the words design and sustainability are inseparable in any definition of design excellence. These projects demonstrate how the architecture profession can lead in helping to reverse climate change. Today, every project submitted for a design award is now reviewed by a panel of sustainability experts, and each project is scored independently by at least 3 reviewers for sustainability, resiliency, and performance. The jury then picks the Leading Edge Award winners from a pool of the highest scoring submittals. This year's award stood out to both the jury and the technical review committee for showing how a strong commitment to sustainability can be demonstrated through design. And they are. 222 Taylor by David Baker Architects. This project has a roof devoted to photovoltaics, solar hot water, and an urban farm. It also has great energy performance. The architects were able to take advantage of San Francisco's cool climate to eliminate air conditioning by carefully shading the building, using ceiling fans, modeling the building for comfort, and other strategies. The project is both LEED Platinum and ENERGY Star rated.
Hi, I'm Katie Ackerley, a principal and sustainability lead at David Baker Architects, and we are just really honored to be selected for the AIA Leading Edge Award for our design of 222 Taylor. We believe that it's critical as an industry that we take responsibility for the way we build in light of all the very real and accelerating challenges we face. And what I've come to learn is that if you're interested in sustainability at a large scale, in many ways, you start by solving housing, because housing demands sort of that equity, dignity, health, resilience occupy the core of sustainable design, which is essential, a cornerstone of our future. And I see 222 Taylor as just one marker of growth on the path of understanding what that really means. I think this building does achieve many things in just a few moves: a high level of density, iconic dignified presence, crucial services in the neighborhood, and also a high level of energy efficiency. We really appreciated our partnership with Beyond Efficiency, who guided us through the process of LEED Platinum certification and our ENERGY Star certification. And it was a really important reminder for us that performance is about measurement and accountability and attention to detail. Thank you also to our partners at GLS Landscape Architecture, who created a fabulous and very sophisticated courtyard design, which does so much to elevate the human experience.
Moscone Center by Skidmore, Owens, and Merrill. What's really impressive about this project is its use of water. This huge complex is net zero water. It collects roof water and runoff from the surrounding hardscape and uses it for flushing toilets and cooling towers. It even exports water for use by the city's street cleaning trucks. Nearly 20% of the power is provided by photovoltaics on site, and the rest, provided mostly by municipal hydro, comes from carbon-neutral sources.
We are absolutely delighted to accept both the Architectural Merit Award and the Leading Edge Award for the Moscone Center Expansion Project. I'm Craig Hartman, SOM Design Partner, and with me here are my 2 principal design collaborators for the project, Mark Schwetman and Mark Cavagnero. This work is the product of a highly collaborative team, including San Francisco Travel, the city, and Webcore Builders. And from our 2 firms, we created a melted interdisciplinary design studio of architects, structural engineers, interior and graphic designers. The studio was supported by a group of leading design specialists to help us resolve this incredibly complex project.
Unlike when the Moscone Center was first built 40 years ago, it now exists in the cultural heart of downtown San Francisco. Therefore, we wanted to take this very big and complex program and reduce it down to simple, clear forms that would be legible and welcoming from blocks away.
Thanks, Mark. We also worked really hard to create a building that was environmentally responsible as well, with the lowest energy use per capita of any similar building in North America, and better than net zero water consumption.
So in summary, our overarching goal was to turn the inward-focused black box convention center paradigm inside out, while celebrating San Francisco's unique environment, its light, and its culture. We thank our clients and especially note the vision and support of Edgar Lopez, Brooke Mebertu, Joe D'Alessandro, and Lynn Farzaroli. Sadly, on the eve of the dedication, we lost Lynn. We'd like to dedicate these awards with fondness and deep gratitude to her memory.
R3 House by AGPS Architecture. This house and the farm around it are largely self-sufficient. Power and rainwater are both harvested and used on the site. Food is grown for animals and humans. The project is all electric and produces more energy than it uses. Materials are simple, durable, and fire resistant. Shading is provided by the large roof that spans over the smaller volumes, metal screens around the outside, and exterior operable shades on the east and west.
Good evening. This is Sarah Graham. She's in Santa Ynez, in the house for which we are receiving the award.
And this is Mark Angelil, who is in Zurich, Switzerland, not in Santa Ynez, where he's working with our team.
So since I'm in Switzerland, I'm going to keep track of the time. We have exactly 90 seconds to say a few words. So Sarah, why don't you start?
The house it lives on a 10-acre off the grid, almost off the grid farm in Santa Ynez. It is the last of the assemblage of rural buildings, barns, horse pastures, food production. And the entire farm or ranch, as we call it, is largely self-sufficient. It is powered by photovoltaics. The water is sourced from an on-site well. The gardens are composted with animal waste. Rainwater is harvested. And all the new landscape plantings are organic food crops.
So we are using exclusively renewable resources, and as Sarah mentioned, the well is extremely important, not only for the supply of water, but also we are cooling and heating the building via the aquifer, the well, and heat pump.
Powered by the sun.
Powered by the sun. So we were the designers of the house, but we were also the client. Oh, the time is running up, so maybe we should say very few things about who is living there.
We have 12 humans, 20 chickens, 18 horses, 3 dogs, and 2 cats. So it's an entire community.
And we are delighted to receive these awards. Thank you very much, AIA.
And now, the California Awards, presented by 2020 AIA California President, Deborah Gerard, FAIA.
Thank you, Ian. As Ian said, my name is Deborah Gerard, and I am the 2020 President of AIA California, as well as a partner of Gruen Associates in Los Angeles. And I have the pleasure of introducing the California Award recipients this year. First up is the Lifetime Achievement Award in Healthcare given to Robert Kane, AIA. This award is bestowed upon an individual whose career is dedicated to healthcare and who has made significant contributions and accomplishments towards the design and development of healthcare facilities in California. This award recognizes an individual architect's work, their responses to the challenges of the building type, innovations within the design and construction process, design excellence, and a collaborative spirit. Robert Kane, AIA, who sadly passed away in 2019, exemplified all of the above, and the board of directors unanimously voted for him to receive this award posthumously to honor the legacy he created. Bob has been recognized for his significant contributions to healthcare design and the promotion of the value that design brings to everyone involved. For over 32 years, Bob worked side by side with multi-tiered healthcare systems to improve the overall operational viability of aging facilities. The California Architectural Foundation also honored his memory by naming a new scholarship after him. Robert Kane left a remarkable legacy that will not be matched, will not be forgotten, and nor will his contributions to this profession. Next is the Year's Firm Award, whose recipient is San Francisco firm David Baker Architects. This firm was chosen based on not only the quality of their work, but the impact-driven design philosophy they embody. The work they do often leads to the higher cause of helping to solve the housing crisis. Founded in 1982, this firm continues to have success by maintaining these three core values: sustainability, community, and urbanism. Also notable is the firm's focus on diversity and inclusivity, as well as their ability to collaborate while working remotely in different locations well before the pandemic required this of all of us. The firm is known in San Francisco to prioritize people over parking and to welcome all with materiality, space, and a great front door, none of which are easy feats in the urban sprawl of the Bay Area.
Hi, I'm David Baker. We're deeply honored at DBA to be selected for the 2020 AIA California Firm Award. What started with me as an individual practitioner in 1982 has grown into a truly collaborative team of 50 fantastic people. My dream come true.
I'm Daniel Simons, principal with David Baker Architects. As David said, we are so proud and so honored to have won this award. Our design process always begins with the people who live and work in our buildings, but it doesn't end there. It extends beyond the property line to the immediate neighbors, the community at large, and even the potential global impact reducing the resources it takes to construct and operate our buildings can have on the environment. We call this the multiplier of good, but to me, it's what all architecture should be.
I'm Amanda Loper, a principal at David Baker Architects, coming to you from Birmingham, Alabama, one of our office locations. Working outside of California, in addition to California, has really helped us evolve and test our work, as well as expand the impact we're able to have as an office. We are so thankful to the jury and to AIA California for this prestigious award and recognizing us as the 2020 Firm of the Year.
Last but not least, the Maybeck Award. Takashi, please join us again to present this prestigious award.
In addition to deliberating the awards, the Design Awards jury is also honored by the task of selecting the Maybeck Award recipient. This year, each juror seemed to know our honoree in a different capacity, whether it was from her exceptional design work or her distinguished service on AIA co-committees locally and nationally. We agreed unanimously that her qualifications and impact were far-reaching. Her work encompasses beautiful, award-winning design, touches upon science and policy to address issues ranging from climate action, social justice, and equity in practice, all as they relate to the power of design to shape our environments and better our communities in a positive and holistic manner. The jury described her as a quiet force, but indeed a formidable and impactful one. I cannot think of a more worthy honoree, and so I'm pleased to introduce this year's Maybeck Award winner, Angie Brooks, FAIA, of Brooks plus Scarpa Architects.
Hi, everyone. I'm Angie Brooks of Brooks plus Scarpa Architects, and I want to thank the jury and the AIA California Council for honoring me with the 2020 Maybeck Award. It's really a validation for me that the work I've been doing really matters. It's special also because I'm the first and only woman recipient in 28 years, and I believe it's important that we see ourselves in these positions especially for the younger generation of women and girls who are coming after me. I've always felt that our profession is best suited to help solve a lot of society's challenges, issues like climate change, zoning reform, and homelessness, because I believe that the best solutions do come from design, whether this is design of our policy, which is the framework within which we build, the design of the way we live, or designing for a future of rising seas and increased density. Even Maybeck said in an interview that he didn't see himself as an architect. He saw himself as someone searching for beauty. And I see myself as someone searching for a better quality of life for everyone, especially those who have the least, because it actually matters more to them. And that is actually what's really radical about this. This is an individual award, but I am a product of who I surround myself with. My partner, Larry Scarpa, and Jeff Huber, who runs our Florida studio, and all of the designers who work with us in our studio. I believe that design cannot be divorced from the environmental, social, and economic issues that our communities face. And this goes way beyond the building. And I believe that design can make a difference in people's lives. So thank you very much for this award.
This concludes the AIA California 2020 Awards. Be sure to share this video on AIACalifornia.org. And once again, thanks to our sponsors. And on behalf of AIA California, please stay safe, be well, and continue to contribute to the value of design.